My take on fatherhood. Fatherhood to me is such a blessing because it gives an opportunity for men to be leaders, role models, protectors, and providers for their young one that's coming up. I think in today's society that a lot of men don't step up to the role to be a father. They make babies, but they don't stick around to take care of the babies. So I just feel like fatherhood is such an honor, and I think by honoring God is to take care of the child.
Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil? Got through my first date without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then and I don't need him now. Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
I feel like the Will Smith clip from The Fresh Prince is definitely a great way to just get a deeper understanding of the emotions and the pain and the hurt of not having your daddy in life. It shows that no matter what age you are, that it still carries on and it still bothers you. It's more than just showing up when you feel like it and doing fun things together. As you can see, he wants to be taught the things of what manhood is, and without having a dad to do that, it hurts him. And I think that this is a clip that can definitely show the importance to any man, whether he's a believer or not, how serious it is to be a father in your child's life.
Now, you're not an adult till you're 18. Do you want me to be your daddy for the next 8 years, son? Huh?
Yes, sir.
You do? Why you want me to be your daddy?
I have no daddy.
You have no daddy? Well, let me tell you something. Come here, give me a hug.
Being a dad myself, one of the things that I'm learning with Bree is that I can't be as passive as I used to be. My uncle, I think he put it the most clearly when he said that being a dad is just like having a bank account. You only can get out what you put into it. And ever since he told me that, I made myself more intentional of spending time with Bree and just making sure that I was there whenever she had something going on. And I think God has used it to grow me because I'm doing a lot more things that I normally would not have participated in, such as cheerleading and playing with dolls and just doing girly things when she's with a friend, like getting my nails done and stuff like that. But I just think that God is really using it to teach me to not be as passive and to just step up when she needs me the most.
Growing up in the pastor's house has benefited me greatly because not only was my father a father, but he was my spiritual leader. I can take those core values that he taught me today and use it in my future as I become a father and a spiritual leader to my own child.
Accepting responsibility is a big one. I think me and my dad's relationship a lot. I feel that when I was younger, he accepted responsibility as being a dad. He would take me out and do things with me. If I didn't understand my homework, he would help me with that. But I feel like as I got older, he became more distant from it, and it definitely impacted how I felt about myself, my confidence in myself. And I think one of the biggest things that I kind of held a grudge with my dad was just the fact that whenever he did anything wrong, I never got an apology about it. It was also more so he would show up when I needed discipline in my life, and I felt like I never got the loving response that I desired from him.
Quality time with children is such an important factor in fatherhood. Having a father in ministry took away a lot of father-son time between my father and I. It wasn't until my adult life that we were able to build an amazing relationship that we have today.
Hey, my papa was never a rolling stone. My pop is a firm rock that stayed in our home. Never gave in, never let up. My father is a family man. And my father is a manly man. He was man enough to stay and raise a man. He was raised in the cold streets of the old city where the Orioles play. And nah, he ain't play baseball, but it's hardball when you bouncing back and forth through them foster homes. And it seems like you can never reach home base. And his father was hardly present for roll call, far from perfect attendance, but my father never fostered bitterness, even when it was hard to tell the difference between his life and Antoine Fisher's. My father was relentless. He declared, I don't care what my daddy did, I'ma stay and raise my children. They gon' see a man get up early and leave for work in the morning, then come home and see their father love on their mama, and they know daddy ain't going nowhere. I'ma teach my son how to be a father by being his father. I'ma teach him how to be a husband by loving his mother. See, my dad used to tell me, son, before she was your mother, she's my wife, so don't you ever disrespect her. And I don't care if you getting a little taller, you disrespect my wife, you disrespect me, and now we got a problem. And he would utter words that I didn't quite understand, like, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you, and yet I was the only one that walked away crying. But he would also tell me, son, there's nothing you can do to make me stop loving you. You will always be my son. See, my papa was never a rolling stone. My pop is a firm rock that stayed in our home. Never gave in, never let up. My father is a family man. And my father is a manly man. He was man enough to stay and raise a man. And we even shared the same mannerisms, same blood, same eyes. But my father is not where my identity lies. My identity is in Christ. See, Christ is not a rolling stone. He rolled the stone away to adopt us as sons and daughters. And though we were just common sinners who committed constant sins, he condescended from the heavens to make us family. And I know this don't make common sense. What kind of love is this that our God gives? See, my dad is just a shadow of who God is. So whether you had a dad or not, our God, who art in heaven, is not a rolling stone. He is the firm rock of our salvation, who is faithful. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He ain't a deadbeat, he beat death to reconcile us into his family. There is no greater love than this. See, good fathers are just glimpses of Abba, and now I look to the cross and see Christ crucified for me, whipped, beaten, and bruised. And now I think I understand when my dad used to tell me, son, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you.